Now, if you've been watching my Wide World of Game Show series since the start, I had, well, which was last year, I had done an episode on the big hit game show Wheel of Fortune. Now, I'm going to be talking about the kids' version of it, Wheel 2000, in this episode of the Wide World of Game Shows right now. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews presents Wide World of Game Shows. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Doyle, the Big D to you. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews, back again with another episode of Wide World of Game Shows. This time around, I'm going to be doing the first of a couple of kids' games and what have you, kids' versions of the big guys' games. Now, I have talked about some of these takes on kids. Now, I didn't do this as one vid. I mentioned Joker in my vid on the Joker's Wild. Now, I've told you kids have appeared on Card Sharks and what have you, but they didn't have no actual kids series. But in 1997, we did get a kids version of the ever popular game show Wheel of Fortune, and featuring, well, an animated kind of a letter show or Larry Turner or anything like Vanna White, but you gotta admit, it's a really good one. But I think you know what I'm trying to tell you. So now, without further ado, I bring to you Wheel 2000. Wheel 2000, or Wheel of Fortune 2000, as it was also known as, was a kids' version of the popular game show Wheel of Fortune. It originally premiered on CBS in September of 1997. It would also go on to be part of Game Show Network's Kids block as well on Saturday mornings. They were both airing on Saturday mornings. So I think this is kind of a rarely remembered, maybe kind of underrated game though. Wheel 2000 was produced by Scott Sternberg, who also created the show. This would also be the last version of the franchise to be aired on network television since after CBS had to cancel the daytime version of Wheel of Fortune. The show's host was David Sidoni, and and to do the hostess we have a motion well we have Tanika Ray providing the voice work and motion capture for its virtual reality hostess named Lucy. Cyber Lucy. Now, the show premiered on September 13th, and aired as part of CBS's attempt to meet the then new educational and informative mandates during its Saturday morning block, and ran until February of the following year, but it continued to air reruns until September of that year. Now, the gameplay of Wheel 2000 is very similar to that of its adult counterpart, except children aged 10 to 15 competed for points and prizes instead of cash, with the eventual winner playing for a grand prize in the bonus round. Round categories were chosen by the contestants from a possible three. The names of the categories were updated to reflect the younger contestants. Place, for example, became Globetrotter. For example, yeah. New categories replaced those chosen in each round. In round one, the coin toss winner, the red contestant, would choose. Round two, the yellow contestant. And round three, the blue contestant, and so on. The first contestant to solve the puzzle got to keep all the points that he or she earned in that round and won a prize. If the player who solved the puzzle scored 200 points or less, however, his or her score got bumped up to 500 points. At the end of each round, hostess Lucy or a celebrity talked about the solved puzzle or something associated to it, which I'll get to that in a little bit. On a speed up round, if time has run out in the middle of a round, a factory whistle would sound and the game shifted into a speed up round. which was played the same way as the final spin. David will start off by giving the wheel a final spin, then he will ask the contestant to call there, and he or she got 5 seconds to solve it. And vowels are worth nothing, of course, and consonants are worth the number of points it landed on. The eventual top winner advances to the bonus round. Now, in case of a tie for first place, that happens after the speed up round. A tie-breaking puzzle, also known as a second speed up round, would be in play between the tie contestants, which will decide the winner. The first contestant who solves the tie-breaking puzzle wins and advances to the bonus round. Presumably due to the game being played for points, the wheel is not spun and consonants are worth 5,000 points. After each round, Cyber Lucy or a celebrity, most of them featured were the child actors on the network's hit The Nanny, which was also produced by the company that produced the show, Columbia TriStar, which of course was owned by was at Sony at the time and still is actually. And that show was just happened to be in its final season at the time. They presented a short video clip related to the solved puzzle. Vowels cost 250 points, and games were typically played to 3 rounds, with top point values of 1,000 for round 1, 2,000 for round 2, and 5,000 for round 3. Now let me give you a look at the wheel. Here's a look at the wheel. Now you can see it just looks a wee bit different and what have you. And there are some spots you would be surprised to notice. I'll tell you about them in just a moment. Just give me a good look at it. Okay. Now, the wheel featured a special wedge on which a contestant could choose to play a predetermined stunt to earn up to 3 extra layers, first round only. The spaces were otherwise giant 250 point spaces. Now, what I showed, that picture I showed you was the round 2 layout with 2,000 points as the top point value. And you saw the 250 spaces, which are pretty big than the other ones. Anyway, there was also a www.wheel2000.com which allowed a home viewer who had previously registered on the site to win merchandise of the show if a contestant hit the wedge and called a consonant that appeared in the puzzle. The loser turn wedge was named the loser spot, which Sidonia and Lucy simply gives the player the big L with their arms or hands and need to skip his or her turn. In place of the bankrupt wedge was the creature, which, if the contestant landed on that wedge, would prompt the wheel to rise, belch smoke, and cause an unseen creature to eat the contestant's points. The player hit that space with no points. The player got in instead until their next turn. Other special wedges included Double Up, which awarded double its value per letter if a contestant correctly answered a trivia question, and a prize box, which functioned correctly. Well, let me see. Yeah, identically to the special prize wedges on the adult version, except contestants were allowed to keep the prize whether they solved the puzzle or not, and the value was not added to their score. Cyber Lucy would tell the contestants whether or not layers were in the puzzle instead of Sidonia, and whether or not they solved the puzzle. The bonus round was played almost identically to its counterpart, including the categories, except that prizes were determined by selecting from 2 envelopes labeled A or B instead of the 5 choices in the other series. Unlike the other series, the prize was not revealed if the bonus round puzzle was not solved. The show had ended after 24 episodes were produced and aired. Early the following year, the show made a 13-seat tour appearing in shopping malls around the country. Which, of course, the Discover branded tour, coordinated by the Chicago office of New Jersey based promotion agency DVC Group, also features Sidonia as host with Tanika Ray once again doing Lucy. The tour visited a variety of major market cities, going from Chicago to Anaheim. Winners from each market were invited to appear as contestants on the program in a grand finale. There were also international versions that aired in Germany, Turkey, and Vietnam. So anyway, Wheel 2000. I think it's a pretty good show. And it's been some time since I last saw the show on Game Show Network. I had watched it on both CBS and on Game Show Network. Now, you can find full episodes. There are a few of these on YouTube. Yes, so you can find full episodes. You can find a few full episodes on YouTube. I'm pretty sure just as long as Sony didn't block them up, you should be okay. But anyway, I think you can see these without much trouble. But anyway, this is a very, very good program and what have you. So I think you'll really like Wheel 2000 if you give it a shot. Now then, let me show you a little more of the show. Okay, here's a shot of David Sedani, the host, with a contestant who just won a computer in the bonus round. Here's a better look at this, and here's a look at Cyber Lucy. Yeah, this is a really big, surprising character, huh? Yeah. Okay, so now you know about Wheel 2000 and what it looks like. I'd say if you liked Wheel of Fortune, I'd say give it a watch and what have you. I mean, now I think there's only maybe about 4 or 5 episodes currently available on YouTube, but there may be more. If you'd like to see more, just try and look it up on a search engine, and you should be able to find some sites with some more episodes. Okay. So anyway, after this, Scott Sternberg, the creator and producer of this, would also go on to do a kids version of Jeopardy in the form of Jep, which will be featured on the next episode of Wide World Game Shows. So look for that, okay? So I do hope you enjoyed this episode on Wheel 2000. If you liked it, click the like button. If you have anything to comment on the show, leave it in the comment section below. If you want to subscribe, click the subscribe and be a part of the Big D Nation. And next time, I'll be giving you the House Party franchise ranking. So I do hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, check out some of these other kids games shows that I've talked about. In the upper left hand corner is the episode I did on Double Dare. The upper right hand corner is the episode on Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, and the bottom left hand corner is the episode on Nick Arcade. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as the wide world of game shows, then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.